I'll tell you what, Longford Town the last couple of weeks have been showing signs that, hear me out, they might be in for a cheeky little playoff push. Couple of good results here and there, a couple of good performances, and if they win tonight against Bray Wanderers, you know, they could easily move within something like 6 points of the playoffs, move up to 6th in the table, and we're playing quite well. We've equalised, and I think we could get the winner here. We're getting a lot of chances, and
great dribbling for Billy O'Neill. Oh, the shot's in the bottom corner!
Ah, fuck. Welcome back to The Verdict. Hello guys, how are you getting on? My name's Aaron Kelly and you're very welcome back to another episode of The Verdict. Hey, do you know, I have to ask something. Are you subscribed to this channel right now? If you're not, it'd mean a massive amount to me if you could subscribe. It's free, costs you absolutely nothing. If we get as far as 50 subscribers, you'll get more moments like this. By Calhanoglu, back in by Dumfries. Lukaku's trying to bully them. DeMarco! Oh, it's off the bar! DeMarco! Lukaku's blocked it off the line! What the fuck, Lukaku? Yes, I would like to start live streaming again, so if you could subscribe, that'd be absolutely wonderful. Into the action. There was only 3 games in the Premier Division this weekend, and there was a top of the table clash between Derry and Bows, which finished in a 1-1 draw at the Ryan McBride Brandywell, and it was Deepo Akinyemi that got his first goal for Derry, the opening goal of the game, and his first goal since signing for the club from York City in the transfer window. And it was a really well taken header, good cross on the left hand side. I think it was from Michael Duffy. And Derry, out of themselves and Bows, you would have said they're probably the most likely to catch Shamrock Rovers in this title race, but Bows did get their equaliser in the second half, and it was Ross Tierney with a really well taken finish into the top corner of the net. And to be fair, Bows deserved it, and a draw is probably the fair result, but not a result that either of these teams really wanted in the context of we want to go on and push Shamrock Rovers for the title. Obviously the likes of Shells, Pats and Rovers have been out of League of Ireland action the last couple of weeks because of European qualifiers, some with good success and some with not as good. But I think Rovers definitely would have been looking at this break now and saying, Jesus, Derry could be right on our backs, or Bows could be right on our backs at the end of this break once we come back to League of Ireland action. And I still think they're something like 7 points ahead even still. So if you had told them that before this little break of theirs for their European qualifiers, they would have absolutely taken that. And it looks like they're going to qualify for the next round of the Conference League, qualifying after a 4-0 win over St. Joseph's of Gibraltar. Not an ideal result if you are hoping for a competitive title race like myself, but a big result at the bottom of the table. 2 big results in fact. Sligo Rovers coming back from 2-0 down to beat Cork City 3-2 in a very entertaining game at Turner's Cross. Cork going 2 goals in front, 1 goal in the first half from Evan McLaughlin, and Seanie Maguire had them 2-0 up 11 minutes into the second half. But they do say you're at your most vulnerable when you've just scored, and that is exactly what happened, because Sligo went up the other end. Owen Elding, as he so often has done this season for Sligo Rovers, coming up with a big goal, coming up trumps big time for Sligo Rovers, and that really proved to be the catalyst. And I think the fact that that goal came so soon after Seanie Maguire's goal, Sligo really did have the win on their backs. Patrick McLean with a goal 11 minutes away from the final whistle, and then there was absolute bedlam in the last couple of minutes. Cork thought they'd won it, they hit the crossbar, and then Sligo go up the other end. Ryan O'Kane's shot proving too hot to handle for the Cork goalkeeper Conor Brann, and it's a huge result for Sligo. It's another one that kind of condemns Cork to almost certain relegation, I think, at this point, back to the first division. But for Sligo, it's absolutely huge. I think a lot of us these last couple of weeks are going, look, Cork, they're gone, they're long gone. Sligo might have to settle for that kind of playoff place and play the winners of the playoffs from the first division, which they should beat anyway. But now they'll be looking at saying, we can actually get out of this position and not even have to play a playoff against the first division playoff winners, because Galway are now right in amongst it. There's only 3 points separating the Connacht rivals Galway and Sligo, and that's after a 4-2 victory for Waterford over Galway at Eamon DC Park. Conan Noonan with the opening goal, and what a strike it was. Pádraig Amon made it 2 before a fine header by Stephen Walsh got Galway right back into the game. Really good cross from the left hand side from David Hurley. An own goal by Aaron Bulger and returned that kind of cushion for Waterford before Darren McGuinness pulled one back back again, and it was a Pádraig Amon penalty that settled the scores to make it 4-2 to Waterford, to pull them clear of any kind of relegation trouble and really push Galway right down into it and put them under a lot of pressure, which, like I say, 3 points now is all that separates Sligo and Galway in that hunt to avoid that kind of final playoff spot. In the first division, Dundalk stayed top, and they had to really fight hard against Wexford. It was a 3-2 victory for them at Oriel Park. They got the opening 2 goals of the game, Dundalk, before Mohammed Harris, his goal 5 minutes after the restart, really put the cat amongst the pigeons for Wexford. Keith Ward restored the cushion before Mikey Rowe got a goal back for Wexford, but it wasn't enough. Dundalk staying top and looking fairly nailed on to be champions in the first division at this point. Athlone, they look absolutely fucked. They threw away a 2-goal lead against Treaty at the Athlone Town Stadium. They were 2 goals up in the first half. Oyanuga and Gideon Tete with the goals for them. Brian Cunningham and Patrick Ferry with the goals for Treaty to rescue a point for Tommy Barrett's side, and another just really, really poor result for Athlone Town, and they can't expect anything more than, can we not finish bottom? That's all they'll be hoping for this season now. Elsewhere, Finn Harps and Cove Ramblers played out a very entertaining 2-2 draw in Ballybuffet, while UCD absolutely hammered Kerry. I've been very impressed with UCD in the last probably month or two. They look like a side that were really struggling, but they've really separated themselves from that kind of bottom chasing pack of the first division, and now look in a really, really good position for a playoff place. And last night, Longford Town were beaten 2-1 by Bray Wanderers, as I referenced in the skit at the beginning of this video, and it was a really, really good performance by Longford Town. I was at the game covering for the local radio station as usual, and for a side who are kind of up and amongst it, Bray didn't look all that good, and I think they did go 1-0 up thanks to Billy O'Neill. It was a really fine finish from him after a good cutback from the left hand side. Longford did have their equaliser through Danny Norris, and this was a really well worked goal. Lovely ball in by Emery Topku, just in behind the right full down the channel, and a right footed finish by Danny Norris, really tidily done. And Longford had the best chances in the game, for sure. Longford had the best chances. They dominated possession, but just lacking that centre forward to finish off those chances that they were creating, and that was their Achilles heel. And you always felt like Bray had that quality to go up and find their winner, and it was just a mistake at the back. Emery Topku losing the ball, and not only that, Longford really were very slow to go out and close Billy O'Neill. It was a good finish by the young man into the bottom corner, but I think easily preventable from a Longford Town standpoint. That's this weekend's League of Ireland wrap-up, lads. Let me know what you thought on this week's fixtures and results in the comment section down below. Got a couple more weeks of fixtures now before the next round of FAI Cup fixtures come up as well, so very, very excited for that. And the Premier League is returning very soon as well. We'll have a season preview and a special look at Chelsea as well ahead of the new season coming very soon as well. But thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you could subscribe and try and get us to 50 subscribers ASAP, that'd be great, because we could bring back live stream watch-alongs at the start of the Premier League season. But thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and peace.